what's up? It's me again. But I wanted to get on here and I know we throw around the word narcissism so freely, and we only see it as one way. Okay. As in relationships, you know what I'm saying? We know what that narcissism is. If you go and Google the characteristics of a narcissist, you will see that narcissism is embedded into the consciousness of the human. The human ego. Okay. So, it's in everything that this entire place is, the whole entire system is based on narcissism. Now, hear me out. And then we have what is known as the universal law of one. And we know that a narcissist can only see their selves. So that's the separation that we feel when we are here. That's the individual. That's the ego. Okay? You are here to not learn anything. Like, all of this that's on the outside of us is the simulation. It's all about you. We all have narcissism encoded in our ego. So when we are in the ego, we are being narcissistic. Every last one of us, okay? And it is embedded in advertisement. We use it to persuade people to believe or come to our thoughts, or persuade people to do things for us. It's embedded into the family dynamics, okay? Because people hold a certain title, then they feel entitled to your time, your money, whatever. They feel entitled to you, basically, okay? So that's where we get the separation from what we call source, which is outside of, we can look at it as outside of this reality that we're in. Earth is basically, you can look at it as an mental institution for souls who are trying to remember who they are. You can say it like you can say it like that, because according to the standards of psychiatry, we would all be labeled as some form of mental illness. We would be labeled as. So we're all crazy. Basically, look it up. I didn't write it. They did. You know what I'm saying? But we all have narcissistic traits in our persona, our personality. Okay. So, I mean, look it up. You can be a covert narcissist or an overt narcissist, or what's the third one? It's like it's three: malignant. And you don't have to believe me. You can go look it up, and I bet you'll see yourself in some of those characteristics and traits. Shit, I did. Can't take over critical on the inside, but portraying to be this, tough and rough or whatever, while beating yourself up on the inside. That's a covert narcissist. That's one of the characteristics. Okay, so and then yeah, I mean, that's one of the characteristics of it. Okay, but I also look at it on another level as it being a tool. See, the spirit deals with moralism. Okay. That's why the spirit will keep you from exploring certain things. No, you can't go there. Danger, danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. So, when you're going through the awakening, you're actually battling each other. That's the war. You're at war with yourself. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. But we get distracted with the distractions, and we go out here and think the war is gonna be fought out here. If everybody knew that the war was with you, yourself, those voices, that voice you may hear in your head, you know what I'm saying? Whose voice is that? You know what I'm saying? You gotta question. Yeah, it sounds like you. But is it really you? Because that voice can tell you to do some fucked up ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But that can go both ways too. That's why you need both. You know what I'm saying? To be on one accord. So y'all can get shit done. Like this shit right here. That I'm doing. That I should have been done. But I'm just not doing. So I guess I'm right on time, right? But yeah, this journey ain't about, getting out here and doing all this shit, or even getting on YouTube and waking people up. It's not even about that either. The only motherfucker you need to wake up is you. Wake yourself up. You know what I'm saying? For real, because it's levels, different levels to this. So you're going to have to be able to sit with yourself and evaluate yourself. Do the mental yoga and the mental alchemy with self. Because it's all about self. And the remembrance that, bitch, I done did this shit before. I see the loop. I see the loop again. Okay, I see that loop. I done did this shit before. Okay, hey, this place ain't so, great and special as they fucking say it is. It got this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. And then you go a little further and you say, you know, you go through all the shit. You go through the government shit, the religion shit, then you get into, you should, the occult shit, you know what I'm saying? But with, that's when you got to get your, what they call chakras or whatnot, which you don't have chakras, but the body does. And these are the energies that you're working with, you know what I'm saying? So you got to get the ego on board, you know. You got to coax this motherfucker into, you know, doing the things that you need it to do, basically. It's like I can't exactly remember the name of this movie, but it came out too long ago. The Extraordinary something with, what is the David Allen Greer and the other dude. And some people would have took that movie and saw it as a black and white thing, because it was saying how the darkness, the blacks, had to appease the white. So it's like the darkness, your heart, the soul, you can say, has to coax and I guess appease the ego, the false light. You know what I'm saying? Who you think you are. This program that's automatically programmed into the, I want to say system, or into the it could be the system, or into the body. We're just gonna say body, that we know as the human consciousness, the ego. So, because you have to get the ego on board in order to be able to actually, you know, do things, because this motherfucker is scared of every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is, you know, scared of his own motherfucking shadow. The way it's been programmed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but that movie right there, it just shows the battle between the dark and the light. You know what I'm saying? The soul and the spirit, the two hemispheres of the brain, the heart and the head. You know, is basically all about what's going on inside of you. That's why I say Earth is an insane asylum, because we all have some type of, according to them, some type of, according to the system, because we got to get out of, there's a them to fight or whatnot or whatever. That's the, that's like what got us here, you know. That's, how can I say? That's part of the programming. That's part of the narrative. Okay, so you got to look at the clues into, you know, what was your programming. That's a whole nother motherfucking video. I'm not finna go into that right now. But basically, you got to get the ego to, you know, do what you need it to fucking do, that it benefits you. You know, you need that motherfucker to read the books. You need that motherfucker to do the meditation. That's why you're talking about, oh, I'm trying to, it's the brain, you know what I'm saying, that you are reprogramming, rewiring. You can look at it that way too. It's the same thing. So you have to remember, you know, who you are in this entire narrative. And once you go to the end, you'll remember that you are everything. You are more than just a human. Human's not even fucking real. You know what I'm saying? It's not a motherfucking human experience. It's like you're looping in the same motherfucking reality over and over again until you can realize that you're in a motherfucking loop. But until then, you are fucking crazy. And then you become insane once you wake up. Because then you have all kind of psychosis according to the system. You know, we're still all crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just look up some of these disorders that they say is a motherfucking disorder, and then you'll be like, bitch, so you mean to tell me I got schizophrenia? You know what I'm saying? But I'm functioning. And that should let you know something right there. But narcissism is part of the program. And it can be used either way. And we use it every motherfucking day. So while we out here calling motherfuckers, oh, you're a narcissist, bitch. We all narcissists. Okay. That's one of the spells that you're waking up from. You're waking up to, come on, hold up. You know, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? Look at, because it's all a alchemical process that takes part in you. You are both God and the motherfucking devil. You are the angels, and so will it, as long as you are inside the system, be a lower self and a higher self? Because it's always a part of you that's on a higher level. You always gonna have a shadow, and the light actually comes from the dark. So it is created. That's why I say this place has been always ran by what we call artificial intelligence. It's just becoming more into the reality now, so you can get to that clicking understanding that, oh, okay, this is a system. So we see it in the narrative now, because we wrote the motherfucking story. You know, I always said that this motherfucker wasn't created from the bottom up. It was created from the top down. So we are like remembering. We are in the past, present, and future all at the same time. The ignorance of the lower self would be past, and then the present self would be, the present self would be like me living out this experience like right now, and the higher self would be what we know as a future self or whatnot or whatever. But it's just you outside of the simulation. It's more than just that, but that's just how I'm seeing it right now. That's the narrative that fits this story, but it's all talking about a process that goes on inside of you when you wake up and know that this is a simulation. And I say this from actually um, having a few experiences. Out of body experiences and near death experiences are the same thing. The only thing is that the near death experiences were um, like provoked by a tragedy, a tragedy, and the out of body experiences are, you know, a lot of times motivated by either meditation or, you know, we have some people who can leave the body at will. So, so that's how I know that this is not what we think it is. I've been to different timelines, and so the shit of the multiverse, yeah, you do exist on different timelines. Yeah. And then I'm an avid investigator of death. You know what I'm saying? If I hear you had a near-death experience, I don't want to know every motherfucking detail. I've talked to several people, and I've listened to a lot of near-death experience videos and stuff, and just some of the stranger things that I've had happen. You know. But we do, that's the ego. That's the one that wants to be right. It wants to chase validation from other people. It wants constant praise and admiration for nothing. But then again, you have to use that same consciousness, but with a open heart center, to the point to where you are not manipulating people. Then you know what I mean? That's moralism too. But yeah, it's good not to manipulate, you know, or hurt people intentionally, you know. Like, because that only hurts you in the long run. You right then and there, so you don't want that. Not doing it consciously. Now you're conscious of the behavior, you know what I'm saying? And so now you are sane enough to make a choice once you become conscious of it. So I guess that's what a story that's saying ignorance is bliss. Because you can keep repeating the same motherfucking shit over and over again, but there's no elevation in that. So you're gonna have to really, really face yourself. It's not. If you see some evil shit, then you have to ask yourself, why is that in my psyche, you know, in your field? So you're gonna have to ask yourself that. And you can see it's a whole bunch of fucked up shit in people's field when we look out at this motherfucker right here, part of this collective consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Shit is fucked up, you know? And see, that's where the heaven and earth shit come from, because you can live on one side of the perspective of the consciousness, you know what I'm saying, of the collective, and that would be heaven. And then on the other side, or you can flip that shit and have that up, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So, and you know, that would be hell or whatnot or whatever. You know, that would be the elite. And then I'm seeing that movie with Elysium, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Elysium, I think is the name of it. But yeah, that shit right there. But it's going on within you. So wake your crazy ass up and realize that you are a fucked up ass individual. And I am too. I'm talking to myself too, man. I still got some fucked up that's in me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always feel bad. Now, see, yeah, you gotta purge that shit up out of you, you know, if you wanna go home. If not, then stay and play the game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, motherfucker, stay here. But you know, I want forever happiness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to clean myself up so I can, you know what I'm saying? I've been told in many occasions, outside, I ain't even worried about that, but I've been told in one of mine that I had the heart, you know. I got some, you know, few things that I need to work on, and I have been doing the inner work, because that's what it's all about. The inner work is not about none of this shit, but you can do it if you want to, you know what I'm saying? But just know that that ain't what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because once you start, you know, working on you and getting yourself together, then the world around you will change, or you'll just start being at peace. The motherfucker will still be fucking chaos, but you over here just chilling, watching the motherfucking chaos as you're watching fire beings on fire horses have a parade down a golden motherfucking street. One of my experiences. Nigga, wow. But yeah. So let's pull ourselves up, you know what I'm saying, and put our big girl panties on and be like, yeah, I'm fucked up, and pull yourself together, you know what I'm saying? Shit, so get the fuck up out of here. Shit. But you can't go back thinking and acting like a human. Fuck no. Fuck no. You gotta pull yourself together. So I mean, this is like recovery. You feel what I'm saying? I guess we've been on a, you know what I'm saying, like a real fucked up mission somewhere. And, you know, this is like a reintegration back into source. Because you can't bring that fighting and dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't bring that shit back. It remind me of Westworld at the end when he told her, you know, don't come back. Basically, don't come back with none of that shit like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't bring that shit back to where we going. You know what I'm saying? So, better leave that shit behind. Gotta leave all that shit, all of it. Just fuck it. Let go and let God. That's what they say, let go and let God, for real. That's gonna be my new saying every motherfucking day, because I still got love. But I'm able to take accountability, okay, for it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you motherfuckers be getting on my goddamn nerves, man. And it shouldn't even be that. It's not you, you just being you. How can I be upset at you just being you? You know what I'm saying? And then half of y'all ain't even fucking real. So, I'm bored it motherfucking had. Some of you motherfuckers are just, you know, thought forms, part of the motherfucking system. So, I shouldn't even be getting mad. But sometimes I do. I be feeling a little certain type of way. And then now I can recognize, oh, that's that ego, man. Come, sit your hurt ass down and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I talk to it like that several times. Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Nah, I don't be that rough with it. You know, and I don't want to hurt this motherfucking feelings and shit. So, I don't want to hurt my feelings. But yeah, that shit ain't real feelings and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is part of the motherfucking program. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, if you watch. And I don't know, next time.